Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. Simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Get ready for an unforgettable night at Ignite Lincoln 15. On September 14th, Rococo Theater will come alive with captivating stories from diverse voices that inspire change and spark connection. You'll hear from 12 passionate speakers, including our 5 nonprofit finalists, who are making a real impact. Be part of this remarkable event that celebrates the power of storytelling. Secure your spot now by purchasing tickets at ignitelincoln.org and join us in creating a brighter future together. Don't miss your chance to experience Ignite Lincoln 15, a night of inspiration, community, and possibility.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today will be another very pleasant day. We'll see mostly sunny skies and an afternoon high of around 81. Tonight we'll see mostly clear skies and a low around 55. And tomorrow more of the same, mostly sunny skies. High temperature again around 81. Meteorologist Kyle Tucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Happy Wednesday, everybody. Thank you for hanging out. 93.7 The Ticket, Old School. Lots to process here. 402-464-5685 is the Sartor Heyman text line if you want to text in. If you want to follow on the live video stream by Sartor Heyman, you can via Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Allo Channel 951. If you're in areas that don't have the best reception, download the app. Put it on your phone. Like if you're texting in, you got a phone. If you're texting in, you got a phone. So guess what? You can put the app on your phone and it never goes out and you receive everything. Simple. There's a way, there's a means to it. It may be inconvenient, but it's always less inconvenient than not being able to hear what we're talking about. That's how it works. So, Austin Orman, kind sir, if you would please let them know about the Mercado.
I would love to. Certified Piedmontese, every type of meat, every type of cut. Located 2 places in Lincoln, 84th and Havelock in the Northeast, 30th and Yankee Hill down south. Stop by, get, like we said, every type of meat, every type of cut. 2 days away from Friday as well. Friday lunch specials. They go fast at the south location. 30th and Yankee Hill, Friday lunch. Make your plans.
And nobody's stopped by the Mercado and delivered us any goodies. So,
boo.
Yeah, boo that man. Boo them all. Like nobody. I thought they were there for us.
Seeing their true colors.
Okay. All right. Well, some people, they will tell you who they are and the others will show you.
When they tell you, what do?
Pay attention.
You believe them.
Pay attention is what you need to do. Austin, it is on a week. I spent 40 minutes listening to Northern Illinois football pressers and comments, questions as well. And if I asked you to tell me one thing about this year's Northern Illinois team, is there anything that pops to mind?
The first thing that comes to mind about this year's Northern Illinois team is they went on the road and they beat a Power 5 opponent. I think you have to keep that in mind first and foremost. You can dive into how they did it. You can dive into how good or bad Boston College is at some point. But this is a program with a history of doing this, and a team that in the first game of the year came out ready to go and went and did the dang thing on the road.
So with that being said, they're going to think they then turn around and lose to
Southern Illinois.
Southern Illinois, right? But that's like you losing the backyard fight to your brother. It happens. It happens. Someday little bro just having a better day. But go ahead and take your shot and get it in. Through all of this, the importance on a scale of 1 to 7. Let's go, Jay Foreman. Let's pay tribute on the Foreman scale of 1 to 7. How important is this game to this team? We'll go with this team versus this program. We'll do the team first. And text line, feel free to chime in. On a scale of 1 to 7, 7 being the highest, how important is it for Nebraska to beat Northern Illinois?
To this team, I will say it is a 5.5.
Okay.
It's a good step on the path to bowl eligibility, which I think should be a goal for this team.
Ooh.
I think getting the first win, that monkey off your back, is always big. It can be a little bit of that proof of concept I talk about that Colorado has that Nebraska is still looking for.
Yeah.
You can't complain about who your wins come against. So if you're Nebraska, you beat Northern Illinois, it's a step in the right direction, almost regardless of how it looks, just because it's a wins and losses business. You want it to look good, but if Northern Illinois has proven they can beat a Power 5 team on the road, just win the game. Hope you find something out about yourself, get that monkey off the back, get the win.
So through all of this, again, the 5-5 is like fair and good and makes sense. Do you really think Nebraska as a team is looking for a bowl game? You haven't won a game.
I think it's important to have a bigger picture goal out there, even if it's not front of mind, right? Okay. You can't be thinking, we lost 2 opportunities. We got to win 6 out of our next 10. That can't be the mindset.
Okay.
But I think it's important to have that big long-term goal to shoot for, right? You can break your goals down. Your immediate goal is win this week.
Okay.
Every week, that's the goal.
Mm-hmm.
You stack enough of those weeks, you get to a bowl game. You have to have kind of the bigger carrot beyond, but you lead them to the big carrot with little bites of carrot.
Here's where my brain is with this, that I'm pitching, if I'm in the locker room and I'm at practice, this is the most important game to every career in the building. And I'm clear about it. Because the damage that it does to the team, the community, the vibe, the psyche, the financial value, the distractions that it will cause, the more questions that come into play, people will start to question belief in the system, belief in the brand, belief in the decisions. Like, why am I here? Is this the right place for me? How could I be so wrong? It puts the fan base in question, right? Because if you're 0-3 after losing to Northern Illinois, the fan base, with full understanding that no matter what happens Saturday, a third of the fan base will be perfectly fine. You know what? Give it time. Third of the fan base, broomsticks, chants, screams, marching, otherwise. The middle third will determine the temperature of the room. But I don't know what that middle third is going to feel like if they lose to Northern Illinois. A third of the room may not be impressed by winning. Right? That
because this is what you're supposed to do if you're big bad Nebraska.
Right? Again, that first third gonna be okay no matter what. Second, third, if you lose this one, they're gonna be bothered. And if you win it, but you don't win it comfortably, they're gonna be bothered. Right? Like
yeah.
If this is a 20, there are people that if it's a 24-20 win, again, first, third, doesn't care. Happy, thank you very much. That second ain't gonna be happy.
Why wasn't it 84-20?
Right. It's Northern Illinois. Like, what happened in Nebraska? This never would have happened. This should never happen. Programs in the dumpster. Middle third will say, that other third will say, huh. Yeah, why wasn't it that? Like, we're glad that it happened,
I'll say this. I think it's the most important game because it's the game that's next this week, right? Like at the end of On the Block, you just said you're not even thinking about next week, right?
Go
This week matters, right? And it has to matter. 1-0 has to matter. If you're asking me to put the importance of this game for this program on that 1-7 scale, if it's a 4 or higher, things are worse than I thought. Things are worse than I thought for the psyche of this fan base. Because here's the thing. It's one game in a vacuum, right? It's one game in a vacuum, except it's not in a vacuum, right? If you lose to Northern Illinois and that's the most important game in Matt Rule's tenure, this is a mentally weaker team, program, and athletic department than I thought.
But that's the question I'm asking. Because it seems a little fragile to me.
It seems very fragile, but there's no way it could possibly be that fragile unless it is. And I don't want to find out.
You don't want to know. You don't want to know that, oh my goodness. 50-0 makes everybody happy. And I think that's almost the standard. 40-0, probably good enough, right? But there'll still be, well, you should have. 30-0.
Step forward.
Defense was perfect. Offense was productive. You scored 6 times. Don't know how, right? Could have been, or 5 times. You could have had 4 touchdowns and safety. You could have 3 touchdowns, 3 field goals. Okay. You got points on 6 out of 9 drives. We're cool with that. How you did it certainly matters. 20-0. Again, defense is perfect. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Confirmed what we thought. But 20 points. You scored 4 times on 9 drives. 2 of them you couldn't punch it in. 10-0. Happy, not thrilled.
Relieved.
That's the status and standard of the program currently. That in the greatest extreme that we can create, right, which is that one half of the team plays perfectly, it still may not be good enough. And it's mind-blowing to me that that's where the program is. And the hope is that they get it right and they give us the full extreme of positive. This town needs Nebraska to just thump Northern Illinois.
But even that 1/3 again, it was like, well, they should have done that, right?
They'll
take it, but they'll be like, okay, yeah, whatever. Show me again next week.
I feel like what's the Christmas movie where the poor pauper kid? Do you have any more porridge?
Oh yeah.
I think that's the fan base now.
In a lot of ways.
Please, just give me porridge and give me enough of it. It don't have it gotta be steak and potatoes and no. Just give me porridge and give me a full belly. For one night, give me a full belly. That's what it looks for. Okay, so we'll go through it. And I want to go through the rosters, and I want to go through some of the things that Northern Illinois was talking about. Austin, we got lots to cover here in the next 90 minutes of Old School.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive Certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and Bob just wanted to say thank you for a record-setting July here at Koppel. The summer sales event continues in August, and the incentives are crazy good. Check this out. We got 0.9% financing along with a $2,500 trade-in rebate on select new models. You heard right. 0.9% financing has been extended along with a trade-in rebate. Also, our GM-certified used inventory is filling up fast, so make that money-saving drive to Koppel. It's just south of the interstate, or shop online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with roof credit.
It's August, and that means summer is winding down and the kids are back to school with lots of fall activities coming up. All great things, but also cause lots of stress. Instead of letting your nerves get the best of you and cause uncomfortable tightness, get ahead of it all with a massage from The Body Shop. The Body Shop in Lincoln is your place for all types of massages. Deep tissue, hydrating, sports, Swedish, hot stone, aroma, and more. And don't forget about their couples massages. Book your appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com. The Body Shop at 48th and A.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in your pocket? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Need service on your home air conditioner? No matter what brand you have, just call Bryant, 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
For many Nebraskans, fall means cooler weather and longer days that include running kids around, cheering for your favorite teams, and long days at work. The hours on your feet can really add up and give unnecessary pain and discomfort. At Fleet Feet Lincoln, they help find the shoes and inserts you need with their Fit ID machine, which takes a 3D image of your feet. If you're having trouble finding the right fit, visit Fleet Feet Lincoln at 77th and Pioneers.
Get ready for an unforgettable night at Ignite Lincoln 15. On September 14th, Rococo Theater will come alive with captivating stories from diverse voices that inspire change and spark connection. You'll hear from 12 passionate speakers, including our 5 nonprofit finalists, who are making a real impact. Be part of this remarkable event that celebrates the power of storytelling. Secure your spot now by purchasing tickets at ignitelincoln.org and join us in creating a brighter future together. Don't miss your chance to experience Ignite Lincoln 15, a night of inspiration, community, and possibility.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today will be another very pleasant day. We'll see mostly sunny skies and an afternoon high of around 81. Tonight we'll see mostly clear skies and a low around 55. And tomorrow more of the same, mostly sunny skies. High temperature again around 81. Meteorologist Kyle Pletcher from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back, old school on a Wednesday. What day's out? Again, tomorrow. Big Red Brunch, Tiburon Golf. Celebrate the 97 champions. There's still tickets available if you want to go through $45. Come in. They're going to get there early, take some pictures, sign some autographs as well. And then after the event, they will take pictures and sign autographs. And then at the Rococo Theater tomorrow, 7 o'clock, Ignite Lincoln, just 16 really cool stories. These are local folks. Just have stories to tell. And I'll be one of them. I'll give a little bit of some of what's in play tomorrow. Well, giving the whole thing away, I can do that. Some really cool people in it. Looking forward to the other presentations and the 5 charities that are up for consideration for awards. Literally every dollar in ticket sales today through tomorrow. 100% will be divided up amongst the for-profits that the nonprofits that are up for the presentation. So looking forward to that as well. And then Friday, I just want to say this to Tyson and the crew, to Blake and the crew, like this, the crew who are working down at 1040. Man, look, I mean, they're there late at night trying to get this thing done. And they're doing everything they can possibly do to get it done. I know the furniture was supposed to be the day at 1:30. Don't think it made it. The glass for the front studio, in order to put in it at standard, the window that's there has to come out. The new windows have to go in order for them to fit it through there. We will still be able to broadcast from there no matter what. We find out about the mill coffee, the coffee and tea license and the liquor license. We find out about that tomorrow, 12 noon. So we're pushing all the buttons with all the bureaucrats down at the mayor's office, and we thank them for what they can do, and we understand what you can't do.
And we ask them to just do a little nudge.
Little nudge. Get it all done. We've been sharing pictures. I just have to, I have to tell you a couple of things. One, so there will be 14 TVs in there. So yeah, you'll be able to. There'll be games up. There'll either be the station or games.
Mm-hmm.
You will have enough room. We will be. So we talked to the mill, and even if the license thing doesn't get done, we think that it will. That they can just cater and give out coffee for Friday. And then we can broadcast in the window. The weather should be nice. So if they have to take the glass out, we can still broadcast. It's no different than us broadcasting from Tipsy Tina's or Tanner's, like what we've been doing in the past. We're just doing it from our own place now. But we'll adapt as we go. Tomorrow's a really big day. There's also a project in place, and I want to share it. Our own little Grace, who is a tennis player at Doane, has been the lead and the out front for the Doane Sports Project. And what we asked her to do was to recruit some athletes from Doane and have them tell some of their stories. The same sort of access we give to Husker student athletes. And she has come up with a group that is pretty impressive. Basketball players, tennis players, baseball players, softball players, etc. And to give them the same opportunity to be known, heard, and appreciated as we do everybody else. The same for Nebraska Wesley. But everybody knows that Nebraska Husker athletics is the engine that makes it all move. It's the straw that stirs the drink. And we have added some really cool programming featuring Husker student athletes. Now, we're not even done because we have two that I have to wait until Monday to announce.
Have to?
Have to.
Have
to. Literally have to. And they, no offense, but they may be the two biggest student athletes. And I want to thank some of the listeners who not only solicit this and put it in the universe for us, but there are those who have financially supported and stepped up and said, you know what, whatever you're paying these student athletes, we want to help you with. And I appreciate it because, oh my goodness, it's wonderful. So folks like Canopy Street Market, Heavenly Waffles, Mary Ellen's, the folks who stand up, Muchachos today came through. We needed a gift certificate. They came through. So Nick is always amazing in that space. Kendall Warnock, Ben Bleicher, like there's folks that when you call them, they answer and they step up and allow us to take care of our student athletes. But to tell you that gymnastics will have some additional personalities on, both men and women. Savannah Warren, Sam Phillips. If you haven't met Sam Phillips from men's gymnastics, you're missing a star. Savannah is a rock star. Sam Phillips is a rock star. Sarah Weber from women's soccer. Sammy Houck from the goaltender for Nebraska women's soccer. Amazing. Watching what Nico is doing on social media and what Chris Ramsey is doing and what Megan Walker is doing from track. and they're back in town and they're going to be loaded. We're talking about Nebraska Husker track and field in both indoor and out being a competitor, a true competitor for not only the Big Ten title, but national opportunities. Talked to Mark Manning this morning. You've been asking. I can now confirm there will be 100% a Nebraska wrestling program on the ticket this coming this season.
Is it Coach Manning?
It's Coach Manning.
Let's go.
Plus the athletes. And here's the other part. I know a lot of listeners have sons, daughters in the programs. And I'm clear in this. If you have a son or daughter who are Huskers, and they're interested in just rebranding, having control of the brand, being heard, getting more hype for their programs, for their seasons, look, send them to me. Send them to us. We want we want all the Husker smoke. I want all the student athlete smoke.
Wait, did you say you want some of it?
All of it.
Most of it?
All of the smoke. Bring them. Like the stuff that we have happening at 1040 is going to allow us to do some exceptional things. That we'll be able to have the live programming and then record podcasts in a second studio without interfering what we're doing. And it frees up a lot of the schedule and time. Right? I'll read some of these texts because I want to respond to them. The texter says, you guys need to get Husker Marching Band in there. Make it happen. Do you know somebody? Make it happen. Make it happen. John and Cortland, love you, bro. Appreciate you. You'll be seeing. You're coming through, John. Stop that. I don't want to hear that. From the text line, Chris from Omaha. I think the fan base is happy, angry, and ambivalent with the program. There have been so many highs and lows over the last 2 decades that these are the temperatures of the thirds, 100%. Texter, text me. My email is my name, Derek, at theticketfm.com. Find me on social media. Find me on Facebook. Find me on YouTube. Reach out. Listen, the whole point of this thing, Austin and I, Jay and I, we're all fortunate enough to have found a path into this space. And I know the value of being able to be heard.
Reps.
Right?
Find a way to be heard.
Well,
get reps.
Right? It's so important for young people. We being around the sports and being around the teams can give you more information than you have. But we can't tell you the story that Sam Hoiberg can tell you. Like Jeffrey Grace III is such a unique young man. And for his storytelling and his heart, he's such a good heart. Look, if you haven't been listening to Speed and Power, my goodness gracious, like Megan Walker's a star. And is opening herself up and allowing people to come in and to tell stories. We need to hear from Coach Nikki in the cheer squad. I've offered Coach Nikki. Listen, Coach Nikki has my number, and just call the station. Derrick, DERRICK at theticketfm.com. Send the notice. Reach out. Just find me on Instagram. You can find me on Twitter. You can find me on Facebook. Reach out because this is what we're trying to do.
What Dion say? I ain't hard to find.
I'm not hard to find. Hole in the Boat says, would love to hear some from football players on the station again. Let me say this, and I'm a truth speaker. I walk from this that nobody gets to ask me to lie for them. I 100%. Like I start conversations with people. Do I have your permission to tell you the truth? Not everybody wants the truth. Again, we talked about those thirds, right? That a third of the Husker fan base wants the truth, the absolute truth all the time. Third of them, look, don't miss me with that. Pollyanna lives there. I don't want to know the evil things that lurk in corners and don't represent, middle America in the basic form. Then there are those that kind of take the temperature of the room and say, you know what? I like some of this. I don't like some of this. Everybody knows we started out with student athletes with a bunch of, we had bowlers, right? We're bringing the bowling show back. So don't panic, right? Can't wait for you guys to meet Star. Bowling show's back. Of course, Reagan Henze has expanded her game on weekends and doing her thing. She's retired from swimming, but she's still a great storyteller, can explain what student athletes go through. Kenzie Davis, who, again, I love seeing her with a microphone in her hand for volleyball day. We have so many of the athletes who have transitioned into broadcast as a profession. Like, DP, I didn't know I love this. But we had Branton Norrie. We had Javen Wright and Chancellor Brewington, who we got to see in Boulder, meeting his amazing mom, Debbie Thomas. Bravo. But we had Buddha, we had Noah Pola Gates. Of course, Noah's no longer here. Buddha's in the program. But we had Norrie and Brant Banks. Banks, shout out to Brant Banks, down at Rice, got their first win. Him and Luke McCaffrey down there got, and not for nothing, but the joke is Luke and Banks have a win and Nebraska does not. And they both contributed, starting at left guard and at wide receiver. But it happens, right? It happens. Okay. We had Norrie. Norrie was still here. Norrie was doing, and Norrie, for whatever reason, came to me and said, I can't do the show anymore. Being the grown-up in the room, it's my job to take care of the young man. And I'm not going to ask the young man to defend, justify, validate why he can't do it. He came to me, and the first thing first is football, right? Academics and football, right? In that order. Young man, I'm going to honor you. I'm going to love you. He knows, he's got my number. He knows where I'm at. I've told Matt Rule directly. I've told Dr. Seuss. I've told Trev. I've told everybody. You know what? It is an open door from that building to 93.7 The Ticket. It's an open door. I'm on the sidelines. You can see me. I'm easy to get to. And never once have I told anybody who came on this station what they could talk about, not talk about, or otherwise. So whatever they want to talk about, whatever they want to put into the universe, it's an open door. I repeat it. So if you got people in the football program who want to be heard, send them to me. I'll hook them up. 100%. 100%. We'll go to break. Close out this hour of Old School. Lots going on. I appreciate how kind and considerate and thoughtful you have been on the text line. Appreciate it. I will read more texts. Get them to me. I will deal with it. I will 100% get to all of your texts when we come back.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
General contractors, business owners, property owners. The success of your business requires doing business with the right people. And the right people, when it comes to drywall, acoustical ceilings, and specialty products, are at Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all of the attention to detail and quality that you would expect from someone who's been in the business for 30 years. For your new builds, build-outs, or renovations, reach out to Kevin. Kevin at premierdw.com. Premier Drywall in Lincoln.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Discovery Days will give you the opportunity to experience SCC firsthand this fall. Discovery Days provide information about SCC's programs of study, how to pay for college, SCC support services, housing, activities, and more. A campus tour and lunch are provided. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
Need service on your home air conditioner? No matter what brand you have, just call Bryant, 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
This is Bud Seinhorst, President and CEO of LIBA, the Lincoln Independent Business Association. Join us every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket for the LIBA Business Hour, as we discuss local business and highlight those who are thriving in the Lincoln area. It's the LIBA Business Hour, Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's August, and that means summer is winding down and the kids are back to school with lots of fall activities coming. All great things, but also cause lots of stress. Instead of letting your nerves get the best of you and cause uncomfortable tightness, get ahead of it all with a massage from The Body Shop. The Body Shop in Lincoln is your place for all types of massages. Deep tissue, hydrating, sports, Swedish, hot stone, aroma, and more. And don't forget about their couples massages. Book your appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com. The Body Shop at 48th and A.
Where's the most convenient place to get that big fitness energy? It's Planet Fitness. It's the final day to join for just $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime. With over 2,400 locations and equipment for every workout, you can get in, get energized, and get going. Plus, with free fitness training and most clubs open 24 hours, everyone belongs in the judgment-free zone. So join today for $1 down, $10 a month, no commitment, cancel anytime. Hurry, deal ends today. See Home Club for details.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in your pocket? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
Muchachos has been Lincoln's leader for New Mexican barbecue for a few years now, and they've expanded into Omaha. That's right, you can get all your favorites like the pipeline burrito with 3 meats, rice, beans, queso, and crushed chips, or any of their great taco options in Lincoln or Omaha. Plus, they want to give back, as the Malachi Coleman Give-A-Rito, a 2-meat hatchback burrito, gives proceeds to the Fly Like Kai Foundation for the Lincoln foster care community. Stop by Muchachos in Lincoln at 11th and L or in Omaha at 1258 South 13th Street.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, and they've scouted out the best Kawasaki side-by-side deals for you. Score up to $2,500 off the 2023 Kawasaki Teryx and up to $1,000 off Mule Pro FX and FXCs. Whether you want to handle the toughest task in a trusted, tried and true mule or looking to dominate adventure in a Teryx, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of Kawasaki side-by-sides in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down. Offer valid through 9/30/2023. Subject to change without notice. Offer available on approved purchases of select new unregistered Kawasaki vehicles. Model and year exclusions apply. Cannot be combined with promotional retail financing rates.
Join us at this year's Ignite Lincoln 15 at Rococo Theater on Thursday, September 14th for an inspiring night of stories that spark change. Get your tickets at ignitelincoln.org. Don't miss this chance to be a part of something extraordinary.
September is National Literacy Month, a time to encourage the young people in your life to go to the library, pick up a good book, and explore new worlds. I'm Jenny Benson, president of the Nebraska State Education Association. By getting books in the hands of kids, we can engage these young readers in their learning and help them see how school, community, and the world beyond are connected.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association in this station.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Thank you for the first hour. We'll close it out here. I do want to jump back to the text line and get through it. Ted, thank you for your kind words. Greatly appreciate it. We're trying to do a lot here and is in space. Austin and I were having a discussion, and I will make public this so that you can have input. You can have input in this thing. There is a project that we want to release, right? That we want to put up. Jason, long-time listener, how you doing, man? Greatly appreciate it. Well done. Thank you. Thank you. Here's the question. What I think Lincoln needs, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, so feel free to text in and say yay or nay. But I think Lincoln needs its own sports center. Remember in the old days, you'd wait. Like 11 o'clock, you wait to get all the news that matter in sports. And there is no nightly launch for, like I pondered, is it Ticket Center? Right? Where just a recap of all the sporting events for that week, setting the schedules, highlights. Again, the sports doesn't end at 9 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock. And in season, yeah, we have post-game shows. And so sometimes having people in place to do those post-game shows. Well, imagine after volleyball, you got Sports Center and Ticket Center, and you're just doing a post-game show. You can call in, rant, rave, say, hey, same for softball, for women's basketball, wrestling, whatever it is, that you'll have a place to meet up and talk about the day's events. We also kind of lurked back and forth about, 93.7 at night. But yay or nay, tell me. I mean, think about it. Friday night lights, right? So you'd have Friday night recap.
Nick and Jay just get off the call.
Right. And then we'd have people, and again, and the beauty is you can watch it. Like you can be at home and watch it, or you can listen to it on your phone. You paddling around, driving around in the car, whatever it is. Right. But to have a high school, and for basketball and for other sports, it's not just Friday night. Right. Football is kind of Friday night centric, but Thursday night, Friday night for football, but basketball is almost every night. So imagine somebody just spinning their wheels around high school basketball and then giving you a place where you can call in. So imagine that you're a Lincoln High fan or you went to the game, right? Imagine having a place that you could call in and say, hey, I just left the Lynx. Pretty cool environment tonight. Or, hey, I went to the wrestling match tonight. Like I went and watched the Huskers tonight. Crowd was great. This is what you missed if you didn't go. Maybe it's women's softball, women's basketball, women's soccer, men's gymnastics, women's gymnastics. Maybe you want to shout out your daughter who had a great night. So then the question is, yeah, we know we want to do it. Then the question is of time. And Austin posed the question. Austin, ask your question real quick.
Yeah, my question was, when do you guys listen, right? Like when does it work best for you? Is it best late at night for that whole recap? Do you want the news when you're driving home from work? What does that look like for you? When do you like your quick hits, your updates?
Mm-hmm. Right. So some games, Friday night football starts at 7. A lot of games end after 9. So if you started this Friday night, so each night could be depending on the sports, right? But you could pick Ticket Center and have it be Friday night, just football. Hey, roll call and tell me who it is that you watched and what happened. Because otherwise you get the internet report, you get some basic stuff. But if you went to the game, I'd rather hear from you than read some internet guy that I don't know. Or maybe you're the internet guy. Maybe you're the internet person. 22 sports, 22 Husker sports. We mentioned Doane. We mentioned Wesleyan. There are a lot of opportunities here and a lot of things happening. That'll be it for the first hour. Ponder. We'll take your text. We'll get through it. Second hour of Old School coming up.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
For many Nebraskans, fall means cooler weather and longer days that include running kids around, cheering for your favorite teams, and long days at work. The hours on your feet can really add up and give unnecessary pain and discomfort. At Fleet Feet Lincoln, they help find the shoes and inserts you need with their Fit ID machine, which takes a 3D image of your feet. If you're having trouble finding the right fit, visit Fleet Feet Lincoln at 77th and Pioneers.
Tune in to the Malone Radio Show from 9 to 10 p.m. every Sunday night to learn more about the Malone Center's goal to eliminate multi-generational poverty in Lincoln. It's the Malone Radio Show every Sunday night from 9 to 10 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back.
Sure.
Sutter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SutterHeyman.com.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
Get ready for an unforgettable night at Ignite Lincoln 15. On September 14th, Rococo Theater will come alive with captivating stories from diverse voices that inspire change and spark connection. You'll hear from 12 passionate speakers, including our 5 nonprofit finalists who are making a real impact. Be part of this remarkable event that celebrates the power of storytelling. Secure your spot now by purchasing tickets at ignitelincoln.org and join us in creating a brighter future together. Don't miss your chance to experience Ignite Lincoln 15. A night of inspiration, community, and possibility.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Tanner's Bar and Grill, Vinny Kreekak, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Accelerate your financial journey. With Kasasa Cash, experience the thrill of earning more with each transaction or the freedom to withdraw your cash from any ATM nationwide. Not to mention no monthly service fees. It's the power of earning up to 5.5% APY on your Kasasa Cash with Liberty First Credit Union. Earn rewards beginning at a penny, continuing up to $40,000. Visit libertyfirstcu.com for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Account qualifications apply.
Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. This is Old School, sponsored by the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hour number 2 of Old School, Austin Orman, DP. We've got a full night for you teammates following us at 6 o'clock. It's a full night. What else do we have set? What do we have Thursday night? Wednesday night.
Wednesday, I think Wednesday is RAF.
Yeah,
RAF.
Wide World of RAF. Well done.
RAF.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool night. And we're working on some things. 402 464-5685. If you want to be a part of what we're doing, you can hit us up on the text line. Greatly appreciate it. If you want to follow on the stream, you can do so. Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and Allo Channel 951. Thank you to the folks from Allo for making this happen, giving folks another way, another little vehicle for the ticket. Again, and then if you're having reception issue, I'm sorry, I apologize. I can't, change the tower. Not allowed. Government. Download the app. The app travels. It travels extremely well.
Like defense.
Rock solid. Wins big games. You don't want to lose up because you're not on the app. But there's that. Austin Orman, let them know about the buddies at the Mercado.
I would love to. Also, again, throw this out there. We're here for another hour. So if you're by the Mercado, either on 84th and Havelock or 30th and Yankee Hill, and you're going to be driving past 48th and R-ish, we're here. Feel free to surprise us.
Yeah, I got t-shirts and stuff. We have headbands.
Yeah, Strick was rocking one. I didn't get one. I need one.
We have headbands. We have bracelets.
Ooh.
We have ticket bracelets now. The new location will sell all of these items. T-shirts, hats. Oh, we got white hats. We got the white hats. Okay. We got
Okay.
Headbands. Like normally at Tipsy Tina's last year, I would throw footballs out in the crowd. And if I could see if I could hit like a moving car or see if I could get it in the window, which I could.
Yep.
My option pitch is still dynamic.
Wait. Your option pitch? I thought that was Barry's job.
Look, I had to master it. Look, in order to receive it, you have to master it. That's how good. Look, we work. Look, you weren't gonna beat me on some nonsense, right? The understanding the pitch, what would affect the pitch, yeah. And before I was running back, I was a quarterback, so
makes sense.
That was the other side of it. So we could do that. Yeah, the rubber bracelets, you can wear them on your wrist. Or we got the white ones, red print, Husker colors. We're working on red with white, but that's okay. We'll have some game day stuff that we give out Saturday. If you come by 1040 O Street, more than welcome. So lots of that. Yeah, so we got the rubber bracelets. I want to read this text because it literally highlights why we do what we do and what we're trying to do. It says, DP, love the show. Been listening for years. My daughter's a sophomore and plays basketball at Doane this year. Was excited to hear how you're getting the students, giving the students the opportunity to be part of your vision and journey. We're so fortunate to know so many of the student athletes that attend Doane. My wife has taught in Crete for over 20 years and has been teaching at Doane for the health and PE department. So many great kids that have great stories. Thanks for everything that you were doing, Jason. Jason, here's the thing. Send me your young lady. Love to interview her. Love to interview your wife. 100%. Educators have a place on the station. Educators have a place on the station. Coaches have a place. If you're a coach, high school coach, college coach, want to get it in? Okay. You know what? I mean, here's the thing. What we've done, Dominators will tell you. Anybody that wants to come in and like the Dominators have an open invitation to come to the station. Those are my dudes. I appreciate the work. Drew, there'll be no booing. And here's the thing, Drew, the question would be, are we doing that with Wesleyan? Because the answer is yes. I have two coaches from Wesleyan that I can announce something soon.
Maybe Monday?
Maybe Monday. If you have players in your family or coaches in your family, send them to me. Right. Aaron says, you're going to have a giant ticket on your building. Maybe. Tulane Tanner says this, maybe Husker recruits review updates on how Husker commits are performing week to week. So then it becomes a commitment thing and a signed thing. And then, yes, you could do that. And there are people that are really good at that. Mike Schaefer being one of note. Whoops. What? Oh, Mike Schaefer, Thursdays on early break. Buzzy Buzz, what's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. Well done, brother. Look, that's another deal we got to do, baby. Come on, Buzz. You know we got to get it. We miss you, man. You can call in anytime. And your next trip in, we got to get you in here, man. Buzzy Carruthers, man, he came in. He was with us for a while. Love you, bro. Love you. Yeah, it's there's so much good stuff in here, Buzz. That's awesome. There's so much in this space that we can do. Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. Tulane Tanner, he says, not stats from game, though. No, I mean, listen. The stories of commits. I don't know who that is calling. Go ahead and punch it so that he hears it at least. That through what we're trying to do is provide as full coverage. Look, we're not that far from being 168 hours a week. Now,
for those curious, 168 divided by 7 is 24.
Yeah. That we will have enough content that you have not heard that day. We will have 24 hours of content that you have not heard that day. Because the second podcast studio will allow us to record stuff to run from 12 midnight to 6 a.m. And the bulk of those will be athletes and current talent that we have. So we're moving in that space. Right? This is how we're going to get down. High school baseball coach. Yep. All of that. I mean, we did some pretty good stuff with Lincoln. Travis, as a matter of fact, we were breaking some rules literally by talking play by play during the Legion World Series. They tried to get us in trouble, but I covered all. The Malcolm Clippers getting a shout out. NSAA Cup winners. See, here's the thing. Remember, I'm still, as much as I've consumed about Nebraska athletics and Nebraska sports, whether it be the history, whether it be what's going on currently, there's still pockets of Nebraska that I don't know about. Like, I just made my first trek through Western Nebraska. Like, okay, is Austin? Have you driven west?
I have a couple times.
What are your thoughts?
My thoughts is that I had plenty of time alone with them in the car. No, it's beautiful. I prefer civilization. I'm a city boy, born and raised. Respect the heck out of Western Nebraska. A lot of you guys are a part of the state. I wouldn't ever ship you to Colorado or Wyoming, but I still consider anything west of Kearney, Western Nebraska, if that tells you anything about me.
Oh, man. Yeah, that was something. That was something special. But I'm still trying to learn the different pockets, and there's different people in different spaces. As much as we like to say, be present, so that you don't miss out on meeting somebody because of where they're from or what they look like. So, 3 hours of early break in the captain, please.
There's already 4 between them.
They want 3 hours. Write the check. They're not cheap, right? You know that Bill Bush, Jake Sorensen, and Steven Sipple are not cheap. So you're going to pay for if you guys look, gather your funds, show up at the new location. If you want a third hour, hook it up. That's how you're going to do it. Real talk. Like, you think Rashawn giving him another hour that he would do it freely? No.
Ha.
That's a lie. There's no chance. Rashawn. As a matter of fact, what you would then have to do is create like an octagon to have Farley and Bach fight Rashawn for that third hour. Because those dudes want an hour extra anyway.
Mm-hmm.
And oh, by the way, if you haven't been paying attention, most of the talent on this station has another project on the website and on the app. Austin, your project, please.
My project is called The Corner 3, college basketball focused. I talk a little bit of it, mostly Nebraska and Big Ten focused, but college basketball is probably my favorite sport to watch, just as a general observer. Been just trucking through some off-season content, trying to get through a lot of the headlines, but man, it's just around the corner. You can hear Sam and Jeff's stories. I love that stuff from them, the Nebraska perspective. Strick is a former player. Get that every day on the show. Looking forward to breaking down another season of games with him. But
through the tournament, I mean, you'll be our
Yeah.
tournament guy. Like this is, and each thing, one lets you highlight who the people are, right? Lets them know who you love and what you love. And I'm still working on, and I'm just going to let you know it's going to happen. 100% it's going to happen. We're going to have a super fan show. Woo! But the competition to get on that show is going to be brutal. You're going to have to be an expert in something. Now, text line, ready to load up here? If we had the super fan show, now, everybody thinks they're a Huskers expert. So that wouldn't be it. That wouldn't be it. If we did an NFL show, everybody thinks they're the fan for that NFL team. Like they think they're the fan in Lincoln for that NFL team.
that's why I have the corner 3 for my Duke basketball fan.
Right? You're the
that concept.
Like I'm the Duke expert when it comes to that. I'm not even the Washington Commanders fan. Ryan Yeakley is the Washington.
Hey, I know that
Commander.
guy.
Yeah, right. That he's the. He sent me pictures. You know, he's putting the TVs up.
I do know that.
Oh, he sent me pictures. I was like schoolboy. I'd start bouncing the chair. Yeah. But okay, fan. I mean, here we are. Text line, right? If I said there's the first week in November when the Husker, or the third week in November when Husker football ends, unless they're going to a bowl, but that's still technically regular season ends. Imagine then that I said, since we have no more pregame shows, that I'm going to have a Saturday NFL show with nothing but local fans talking. Now we'll have one of our hosts run it and run the board and narrate it and moderate it and keep it. But there are a couple of things in play. One, you have to be the biggest and best, most knowledgeable fan about your team in this area. How do we find that out?
We hear you talk.
Trivia.
There we go.
Trivia.
I like that.
So we'll actually have an event down at the new location in the coffee area, 60 seats, and we'll have trivia competitions. And we'll identify who the super fan is for each team. Now, you can tell us if you think you're that person. And then we would have them on. And so imagine 1 hour, it'll be the NFC East fans, super fans. Next hour, it's the AFC West. Right? I'm curious, is there anybody on the text line who thinks they're the Chiefs super fan in Lincoln? Raph thinks he's the Broncos super fan. Is there anybody who thinks they're a bigger fan than Raph?
I would say my Broncos super fans are probably saying there are no Chiefs super fans. They all came back out on the bandwagon after they won the Super Bowl. It's what the Broncos super fan would say about the Chiefs super fans. In fact, I know a Broncos super fan who has said that about the Chiefs.
So we have, somebody says, okay, how about sports entertainment? We currently have 2 sports entertainment shows. The Breeze on Sunday, and then Bach on Tuesday nights. Like, if you're not listening to Bach's wrestling show, it's amazing. Can I leak that we're going to have an official MMA show, a UFC show? Yeah, I'm the boss. I can leak that. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we're going to have a UFC show with actual UFC fighters on the show. Going to be spectacular. Simple deal. You said no. There's no bigger Broncos fan than Raph. That's 100% true. There may not be bigger Broncos than Raph.
No kidding. Well, hey, Elway did like tall quarterbacks, so maybe there used to be.
Right. You know, I'm not real sure. Here's the thing. Believer, why would you text that? Why? Thank you. Like, just delete that. Let's act like it didn't happen.
Hey, look, it's gone.
Rico and the Patriots. Thank you, kind sir. I think there's so much of this that can be done, in full. You need to start a counseling hour for angry fans. I'll read this text because I think it's appropriate. It says you need to start a counseling hour for angry Husker fans who talk inappropriately about our young men and women in sports. One-on-one is coming back. DP one-on-one is coming back. One, to talk about the people in sports. We forget the people because we're focused on the athlete. The athlete only matters because of the person. Coaching rule 101. I'm never going to choose the athlete over the person. As fans, I know that emotionally you get into it and go, I feel how I feel. The reality is they're still people. And if you don't want to be judged, talked about, devalued at what you do and who you are, then you probably should be slightly more, and I'm only asking for slightly more considerate of the people who play the games that you love so much. And you watch them because you love either the team, the people. I notice I didn't say players, the people in the communities. Like, I don't have to like the people on the Commanders. The community that the Commanders live in is way more important to me than the results of games on Sunday. I know what it does for the economy. I know what it does for the psyche of the people who are in that space. I know the people who play the games and why it's important for them to have success in that space. When we were at the Big Ten media, I got a text from the mother of a player who was there. And the mom, we jokingly said this to the player. You have a bunch of new uncles now. Here's the thing. I 100% meant it. I 100% meant that young man now has an uncle in me and that he can come to me with nephew stuff. You know, stuff you can't tell mom and dad or you're afraid to, right? And I give him a path to go back to mom and dad. Like that's what folks are for. And so I would not then, because he's having a bad day or a bad week or a bad season, disown him and not be his uncle. If you send your daughter to the ticket to play for me or to be coached or mentored by me, that's forever and in full. You can talk about the player, but be considerate of the person. The player had a tough week. As an athlete, you had a tough week.
The other thing that cracks me up, we had this on Monday's show. I don't know who texted. I don't think it really matters. Don't want to put him on blast. But Strix had something about, the effort was commendable and, we have to, make sure we treat our student athletes, with respect and make sure they're cared for in the recovery phase. And someone said something to the effect of, oh yeah, let's give more to the most pampered athletes on campus. Really, really easy to feel bad for those guys.
Wow. I'm glad that wasn't on my show.
I know. Well, here's the thing, DP, I left that one up to Strick because Strick's heart, what Strick put into wearing that Nebraska jersey, wearing all his NBA jerseys, even his minor league baseball career, right?
Yeah.
To pretend that the people underneath the shoulder pads and the helmets and the jerseys and whatever else equipment they're donning, to pretend that they don't care and they're not laying it all on the line, to make that assumption of them is wildly unfair. We had someone do that. Come on, we're better than that.
Yeah. Texas says we need an hour to talk about the Big Ten and not Nebraska. We do. Adam Carricker has a Big Ten hour.
Quite good.
We really do. He does. Yeah. So the texter says, I get what DP is saying, but why have Steve Taylor on your show? Oh, well, I know what you mean. Always criticizing players. He's criticizing. Understand, he has stated publicly on this station that his loyalty is to the university that helped him become the person that he is today. and that he speaks from that loyalty and that love. And then as a player, as an All-American player, one of the best to ever do it at the University of Nebraska and an All-American, then talking about players and say, listen, as a leadership, somebody's been in the huddle and put skin in the game to say, here's a standard that he wishes they would work from. And he's not being disrespectful. Talking about production versus devaluing the person.
Wildly different.
Right? And you can, in fact, do the thing. Spotted Cow, you asked a great question. I want to read this. Hey, DP, will Chancellor Brewington be on again? Great hearing from him Saturday. He's going to be a head coach someday. I agree with 100% of that he's going to be a coach someday when he's done playing. I don't think he's done playing yet. Still working out for USFL, et cetera. So I think that's there. If you are not, I'll give a free shout out. Yes, Chancellor, we're working on getting Chancellor's podcast. Talked to him Saturday. That's why he was there. We left him the pass so he could get into Blur, so he could be seen by Husker fans. He was exceptional. Looked fantastic. Right? And his podcast, it's a game watch with Chancellor. And then he does a recap, film recap afterwards. And as I talked and I sent the message, yeah, I'm working on it. I need a sponsor for it. Right? Again, everything costs. And I'm not going to ask the young man to do it for free. So if we can put some money in his pocket, look, you want to sponsor Chancellor Brewington's podcast? Hit me up. Simple deal. For all these athletes, again, every time we add, remember when I got here at the station, it had 4 shows, 4 local shows, and they weren't paid very well. If I told you how much I made when I was hired here, your head would spin. But we did it anyway because we wanted to do it. And then the build. So think about it. To go from 5 days of 4 programs to 7 days of 18 hours a day, it takes a lot of resource put into it, a lot of energy, a lot of effort. But Chancellor's show is so good. His podcast is so good. And if you're not following him on social media, do so. But it's so good. And I told him, yeah, I want this. So, yeah, I'm working on it. He's a good young man. His show was great. OG, I love your vision, your creativity, and all that you do or you're doing for student athletes. But I really appreciate you for keeping this station alive and making my days entertaining. OG, I got a shirt for you, bro. Real love. Text me, size, tell me when you want to come get it. Simple deal. Simple deal. This is what we're doing with. Like, listen, all of this stuff is simply, we're the third place for Lincoln. You have home, you have work or school. Then we need a meeting place that we can get together and talk trash without being awful to each other. Like, we can disagree without being awful to each other. You can be passionate about what you care about and be frustrated, but you don't have to be terrible about it. And the beauty of it is that we give you access to your heroes. These are amazing humans we have on the station at every level. And then we try to be great people. And then so good. You guys have been so good that I want to give you full access. That's why we're moving downtown. That's why we're putting a coffee cafe in it, that you can come, sit coffee, have a smoothie, have some tea, get some muffins. Otherwise, come hang with us, get something signed, take some pictures, put it on social media, give a fist bump, hug, elbow, whatever you want to do. Why? Because you guys have taken the journey with it. You've trusted us. You follow along with us. And then you've done it in a way that's dignified and wonderful. You are great ambassadors for Lincoln and the University of Nebraska. I want to say this. Like, this is the beauty of it. I couldn't do this station anywhere. And I couldn't do it everywhere. The perfect place for it was here. Because you tell me, Nebraska nice, good people. And it's not for everybody. But it should be for all the decent folks.
Not for everybody, but for anybody.
That's what we're talking about. Throw it to break. More Old School coming up.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Accelerate your financial journey. With Kasasa Cash, experience the thrill of earning more with each transaction or the freedom to withdraw your cash from any ATM nationwide. Not to mention, no monthly service fees. It's the power of earning up to 5.5% APY on your Kasasa Cash with Liberty First Credit Union. Earn rewards beginning at a penny, continuing up to $40,000. Visit libertyfirstcu.com for details. Federally insured by NCUA. Liberty First Credit Union. Banking with purpose. Account qualifications apply.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive. Always honest answers.
If your home water doesn't taste right, look right, or smell right, just call Bryant for the solution to your water problem. Call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
At first, I was really nervous and intimidated to buy a ring. I wasn't sure what I was getting into.
My experience at Starter Heyman was very easy. I felt like I walked out of Starter Heyman with the ring that was going to make her go wow and say yes.
I love my ring. It is so beautiful. I absolutely love my ring. I get compliments on it all the time. I always tell them Starter Heyman. Yeah, we would definitely recommend Starter Heyman.
Yeah, it was great.
We're definitely coming back in the future.
Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Lincoln and Grand Island. SauterHeyman.com.
Brown Shoe Fit has all types of shoes for you to excel this fall. Check out their large variety of tennis shoes and dress shoes in brands like Brooks, Hoka, Merrill, On, and many more. Browns has the local professionals to get the proper fit, aided by their high-tech foot scanner by Aetrex. Stop by Brown Shoe Fit today, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln, or check out their options online at brownshoefitco.com.
The best way to learn about Southeast Community College is to visit. SCC's Discovery Days will give you the opportunity to experience SCC firsthand this fall. Discovery Days provide information about SCC's programs of study, how to pay for college, SCC support services, housing, activities, and more. A campus tour and lunch are provided. See your options at southeast.edu/visit SCC. SCC, your path to possible.
So, I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on my car insurance.
So you told your agent you play the bagpipes for your dog?
What? No, I didn't get that personal. My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. Hey, Buster!
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
This is Bud Seinhorst, President and CEO of LIBA, the Lincoln Independent Business Association. Join us every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket for the LIBA Business Hour, as we discuss local business and highlight those who are thriving in the Lincoln area. It's the LIBA Business Hour, Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today will be another very pleasant day. We'll see mostly sunny skies and an afternoon high of around 81. Tonight we'll see mostly clear skies and a low around 55. And tomorrow more of the same, mostly sunny skies. High temperature again around 81. Meteorologist Kyle Licker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
You guys are the best. You guys are the best. We appreciate you. Thank you for each and every single text today. Thank you for you folks who said you're going to come out to Ignite Lincoln tomorrow. For those of you who are going to be at Big Red Brunch, give us the fist bump. Shout out to Ava Thomas and Sherry Dickmeyer from Lee Enterprises and Omaha World Herald for what they're doing. If you haven't caught it, Sundays at 4:00, we have a new show, the Husker Extra Hour, and it was fire. Tom Chattel, Sam McEwen for an hour recapping Saturday's game every Sunday, 4:00 here on the Ticket. So good. Them taking questions, giving full, honest answers. Exceptional. Exceptional. Austin, would you read that first text?
Yes. Johnny Mack. What's up, DP? I love the direction you're taking the station. Excited to visit the new studio. We're excited to have you. While another station in town cut their sports programming to 2 hours, props to you and your crew.
Johnny Mack, you're a legend. That is a great text. Read Wet Blankets, please.
Fair warning, until it threatens to ruin my marriage, I might spend more time at the coffee shop than I do at home.
Wet Blanket, come on through, bro. Come on through, 100%. Come on through. Here's the beauty of it. Being able to put people in a space with common thought, common feeling, common love. And there are people who have said, DP, you're a little too kumbaya for me. And I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. But sports to me is about community, family. The coaching mantra that I've worked from forever. And I want everybody to go with me, right? Good communities make great families, and great families make great communities. All of that is true, that great teams make great players make great teams, but great people make great players. I don't want a great player that's not a great person.
And it's hard to be a great player without being a great person.
Great families make great people. Great people make great families. And in great communities require them all. And having the microphone is a responsibility. It's a huge responsibility. And if I can use this thing, like if I can turn this little thing on and get us all on one page for a moment, just for a minute, I won the day. And we don't have to be happy with the record. We have to 100% be happy that we have it, that we have a team, we have a program, we have the history, we have the records, we have the rings, we have the names on the building, you have all of that. And nobody would trade any of that for 0-2. There are cities and communities that would love to have the Huskers as their own, and to be able, and we forget sometimes that these are the kings and queens of the future. These are our kids. If they're petulant children, guess where they came from? The grown-ups. If they're undisciplined, where'd it come from?
Grown-ups.
If they're undisciplined, if they're unfocused, if they're missing out. And then as a collective, 90,000 people show up and say, listen, no matter how you're doing, we're going to raise you up. And we're going to show up again. And there was somebody on another station that said on social media that folks should just stop showing up. Well, that doesn't sound like Huskers at all. Show up until. So that then. Wet blanket, yeah, there'll be security. 100%. 100%. Yeah, 100%.
Does it look like Jay Foreman and Eric Strickland, or a different kind of security?
Look, it's going to look like a pipeline.
There you go.
Come on through there. Right? Simple. A believer, he asked, who knew Bill Bush would be that good on air? I kind of knew. And you struggle because it's just different. But it's also insight. There are different factions, right? There are people that want to feel like they're the smartest people in the room. Whether they're listening on their couch, right? The people that yell at the broadcasters. Oh, how do you miss that? Tell us what's really going on. That's okay. The reality is Bill Bush has been in more situation circumstance and has more access. And that's brilliantly what it should be. And you still need the journalism kind of focus, asking questions and not necessarily needing the right answers, but getting to the right question, which is the mission of media and journalism at its truest. And then the fan. Early break is a great microcosm. It's a little bit of everything, right? And Jake, with that sort of passion and creative mind, he processes as a golfer. So calculating and breaking things down is natural to him. And then they have conversations. Jay and my conversations with you are different than my conversations with Jay, which are different than my conversations with Strick, which are different than my conversations with Rico. Mm-hmm. And it's different with the fans, like the listeners. It's amazing to me how I can walk through the Haymarket and I'm just going to the grocery store. I'll get 5 fist bumps. I came here to retire, bro. I failed miserably. I failed. Austin, you have that look on your face.
Don't I always have that look on my face?
Well, go ahead and tell them why. Come on.
It's just cool to see everything happening, right? Because there's so many different experiences, different perspectives that if you told even college Austin, let alone high school Austin, let alone elementary school Austin, that, I'd get to hear from you, your perspective as a high school coach, being around pro athletes in radio, to do a show with Strick, like one of the best players in Nebraska basketball history, pick his brain on basketball. Like if you had told me I just get to know him in basketball and learn from him that way, okay, that's enough for me. Sign me up. But to know Eric Strickland, like the dude, to just walk in, light up a room, bring the energy, set the tone for the show. That's awesome. Jay Foreman, just some meathead linebacker, just making a lot of tackles, running around, bumping into people. Furthest thing from the truth.
Only led the NFL.
Yeah.
Only Ivy League. Not much.
No. Amon, that's a name I grew up knowing. My brother's a Packers fan. Never let me live down, Amon running all over my teams.
Right?
And he's just a good dude. It's incredible.
I want to read this one because it's so near and dear. This is a home run text as well. Spotted Cal says this: you guys should set up a collective fund similar to NIL, but where listeners can donate funds allocated to sponsoring shows. A lot of us don't have businesses, but like to help out. Yes, it's coming. It's coming. I'm going to dip my toe into the NIL business for this sake. I'm a poor kid at heart. And I went without. And I was around, when I was around other poor people, it didn't hurt me as much. But busing came along. Remember the Titans? Well, that's my hometown. That's kind of how I lived. And was bused 5 miles across town at age 9 to a predominantly white school where I was the only black kid in my class. Free lunches, the embarrassment of little tickets and little pieces of paper to say that you didn't have enough money to eat lunch on your own. Not the best clothes. 7 other kids that had to be clothed before I was. A thing. Getting to college and waiting for mom to send $20 in cash every 2 weeks because that's all she had. And waiting and hoping that the mail didn't get interrupted or picked off, right? Because people knew. Because why do that? She could spend 75 cents of her dollar on a money order when I could have that dollar to go to, White Castle and buy 3 hamburgers. So I know what it's like to be poor. I know what it's like to be poor in school, to be social, the social wear and tear of it all. Nebraska has everything. In a state that produces massive amounts of food, enough food for everybody, and has enough land for everybody, and has the right hearts. Everybody has enough. Everybody should have enough. Everybody can have enough. And for student athletes, again, they're not just students. It's enough to be a student. It's a real task to go through adolescence as a teenager and to just get through and not want to bang your head against the wall. Then add to that being elite in it, trying to be elite in it, and then trying to be an elite athlete and trying to be a fair and great representative for masses of people in the entire state and the entire alumni base, and then all the people at home who are living through you vicariously, who are rooting for you and praying for you. That there's enough here, that Nebraska could have enough for its athletes to bring in the best student athletes. There's enough. There's enough. And I know that because the way you supported 937 The Ticket. And that's why we put directly back. We have sponsors who donated pretty good money for us to just simply say every dime of that money will go to those student athletes. And we'll show tracking and compliance and this NCAA compliance, and you'll be able to see it. And that number raised this year. We have another year. And again, we could have just sat on money, right? We could have just raised money and put it on and not even be bothered. But what do? We invested in the community. We invested in sports. We invested in the young people. We invested in the fans, and to give you more for it. And we put that money back in downtown Lincoln. And we're thankful. We're grateful that you guys ride with us. Your text is everything. We'll be more transparent and we'll be more available. And if you want, again, I can tell you there's certain athletes that want to do shows, but they want NIL for it. And we can do it, but at some point you got to pay the bills, right? If you want to help, you can. If you want to refer a student athlete, you can. You want to refer a coach, do it. That's what we're here for. That's what we're doing. It's why from 6 to 7 tonight, you're going to hear from teammates. Tomorrow night, you'll hear from Junior Achievement. You know why? Because they make this community so much better. And they're helping the next Derek, the next Austin, the next Jay. That's what it's for. That's why we're doing all this. That's why we show up. Reach up. We'll close out Old School and come back.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There's nothing quite like the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese beef. The Mercado offers unique ingredients you can't find anywhere else, open every day from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. The full-service butcher shop and retail store is wonderful for meat lovers with their exclusive certified Piedmontese beef and assorted sausages, plus other quality meats, including pork, chicken, and a wide range of the freshest seafood. Plus, every Friday from 11 to 2, the Mercado serves up the best lunch in town on their Friday Feast menu. Stop in at the Mercado today at 84th and Havelock or visit their website at cpmercado.com to see current deals.
If your car has sent you to the sidelines, Eustace Body Shop can help. With gold-class certified technicians, OEM parts, and free loaner cars, Eustace Body Shop is your best choice this Husker season. And with 6 locations across central and eastern Nebraska, we've got you covered, whether you're rooting at home or you're headed to Memorial Stadium. Get a free online quote at EustaceBodyShop.com, and let's get you back in the game.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
It takes a great game plan to win a football game each week, and right now, it's time to plan a trip to get a new car at Mullen Motors. Just like on the football field, there's a wall of defense on the way to Mullen Motors. 48th Street is under construction from Layton all the way to Cornhusker Highway. But the lot at Mullen Motors is full of tons of great vehicles to drive home this fall for the ultimate touchdown. Mullen Motors, still open through road construction at 48th and Walker.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, and they've scouted out the best Kawasaki side-by-side deals for you. Score up to $2,500 off the 2023 Kawasaki Teryx and up to $1,000 off Mule Pro FX and FXCs. Whether you want to handle the toughest task in a trusted, tried and true mule, or looking to dominate adventure in a Teryx, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of Kawasaki side-by-sides in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down. Offer valid through 9/30/2023. Subject to change without notice. Offer available on approved purchases of select new unregistered Kawasaki vehicles. Model and year exclusions apply. Cannot be combined with promotional retail financing rates.
Great news. I just got the State Farm personal price plan on our home and auto insurance.
You told our agent about my thing for romance novels?
No, you don't have to get that personal. Our agent just helped me choose affordable options to create a personalized price just for us.
Oh, sweet. Then you won't believe the love triangle Jen is in now.
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
If your home water doesn't taste right, look right, or smell right, just call Bryant for the solution to your water problem. Call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
You don't think about your roof very often, but you should never take it for granted. Roofing Service Company takes every measure to provide you with the highest quality roofing solution. Whether it's a new roof installation, roof repair, or a re-roofing project, their overall goal is to provide you with a pleasant experience and a long-lasting roof. If you have a need for siding or gutters, they're your place too. Visit roofingservicecompany.com for more info today.
General contractors, business owners, property owners. The success of your business requires doing business with the right people. And the right people, when it comes to drywall, acoustical ceilings, and specialty products, are at Premier Drywall. Kevin and his crew will give your project the response and attention it deserves.
You'll get all of the attention to detail and quality that you would expect from someone who's been in the business for 30 years. For your new builds, build-outs, or renovations, reach out to Kevin. Kevin at premierdw.com. Premier Drywall in Lincoln.
Muchachos has been Lincoln's leader for New Mexican barbecue for a few years now, and they've expanded into Omaha. That's right, you can get all your favorites like the pipeline burrito with free meats, rice, beans, queso, and crushed chips, or any of their great taco options in Lincoln or Omaha. Plus, they want to give back, as the Malachi Coleman Giverito, a 2-meat hatchback burrito, gives proceeds to the Fly Like Kai Foundation for the Lincoln foster care community. Stop by Muchachos in Lincoln at 11th and L, or in Omaha at 1258 South 13th Street.
Imagine a world where no one explains the rules of the game. No discussions of how money works. No game plan for how education supports your future job or career. And certainly no coaching about how to start or run a business. Too many young people leave school without critical skills in financial literacy, work and career readiness, and entrepreneurship to reach their potential in life. Junior Achievement is working on leveling the playing field, but we can't do it alone.
Be a game changer. Visit ja.org/volunteer.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with the fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
The high school football season rolls on right here on 93.7 The Ticket. Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join me and the Husker Hall of Famer Jay Foreman this Friday night from Gretna High School as we bring you a top 5 matchup in Class A. Number 2, North-South Patriots travel to Gretna to face off against number 5 Gretna Dragons. Kickoff is slated for 7 p.m. with pregame scheduled to go on around 6:40 p.m. You can hear that and all the action unfold right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Final segment before the teammates mentoring hour takes over. Chris Raft coming in the building as well. We got some shows for you on a Wednesday, and then tomorrow's a big, huge honking day. Tiburon from 10 to 1 we'll be out at Tiburon for Big Red Brunch. Looking forward to it. We're going to celebrate and honor the 1997 national champions. Jay Foreman, Amon Green, Steve Warren will be out there. I'm going to narrate. get you through. So it'd be pretty fun. And then tomorrow at 7, Rococo, Ignite Lincoln 15. Some great presenters, some great stories. It's 5 minutes for each presenter, which, as you now know, 5 minutes isn't long for me. So trying to condense a story to 5 minutes is some work. But they said, okay, so what are you going to do? And without telling the full story behind it, my presentation is my friend Stan. Stan. What comes to mind when I say the name Stan?
The young person in me says, if you stand something, I know it's a name, but when I hear Stan, this is what you like. You step up for it, you support it.
What if I said hip hop?
That would be not an AO, it would be an NO for me.
Eminem. Eminem
Okay.
had a big hit called Stan. It's about a stalker fan that invites himself into Eminem's space and starts out friendly but becomes annoying, and then ultimately has extremely dangerous. And through one of my medical episodes, I had a condition, a thing that happened, and it's called a saddle embolism, and it's usually pretty gnarly, and
it's a problem.
Yeah, it's called the Widowmaker.
Mm-hmm.
And in order to talk it out of me, or to talk it away, or to take away its power, I gave it a name, and I was like, "Yeah, kind of annoying. Uninvited, just wants to hang out and annoy me all day." Stan. So I'm going to introduce Lincoln to Stan, and there's some great stories and some great people involved in this thing. I'm looking forward to it. So, and then, that'll take me into late Thursday night, and I'll spend days running back and forth between there and 1040 to see what's going on there. Just collectively, all of you, cross your fingers, and let's hope that the city and the contractors get it done. Either way, we're gone. Like that's what it's going to be. Like it's going to happen. It may happen in degrees. This may be a soft open. I think we would be, if we open today, we'd be at 70%. Probably Friday we'll be at 90, 85, 90 maybe. But we're working. So fingers crossed. Furniture goes in. Austin, thank you, kind sir, for hanging out. Texters, thank you for each and every text, for you spending time with us this afternoon. Again, don't go anywhere. Teammates Mentoring Hour, Ticket Weeknights. Full night for you here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Muchachos has been Lincoln's leader for New Mexican barbecue for a few years now, and they've expanded into Omaha. That's right, you can get all your favorites like the pipeline burrito with 3 meats, rice, beans, queso, and crushed chips, or any of their great taco options in Lincoln or Omaha. Plus, they want to give back, as the Malachi Coleman Giverito, a 2-meat hatchback burrito, gives proceeds to the Fly Like Kai Foundation for the Lincoln foster care community. Stop by Muchachos in Lincoln at 11th and L, or in Omaha at 1258 South 13th Street.
Nutrition Authority presents Activator. University studies have shown that Activator helps with building muscle and strength while decreasing body fat. Activator is for male and females of all ages who want to look, feel, and perform their best. Activator can only be found in Nutrition Authority. Stop in, call, or visit us at mynutritionauthority.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
He's live. He's nationwide on CBS Sports Radio. This is the Zach Gelb Show.
All right, number 2 of our radio program. That's right. It is the Zach Gelb Show, coast to coast on CBS Sports Radio. You know, I got to give credit, actually, to start this hour to my producer extraordinaire, Hot Take Hickey. Because Hickey, before the start of the season, he had a take that the Pac-12 is the preeminent conference this year in college football. And after 2 or 3 weeks of the